All right, we're going to do some healing. So we're going to put some pieces of the puzzle together here. One thing I always like to tell people as they start doing longer sessions of healing is that we want to make sure that we are using the leash to communicate when he is doing the right thing or when he needs to change or fix something. So as we're walking along, I have this bubble in my brain, and I want to try to be as consistent as possible about making sure I communicate to him when he has left that bubble. Right now he's kind of what we call lagging, so he's a bit behind me. I imagine as we get up here on the sidewalk, he might pick up the pace. I'm not too worried about him lagging as much as we are worried about him pulling. But every once in a while, if he's kind of too far behind, I'll use the leash. Just a little leash pressure. Good. And when he's correct again, I want to make sure, obviously, that I'm using his good reward marker. When dogs are lagging, I worry a little bit about them crossing over. I don't want him to do that. So far, he hasn't. Good boy. He's doing a great job so far. Using a little bit of communication on the leash there. Boop, boop, right there. Yeah, we don't want you to cross behind us. Boop. Little communication right there when I booped because he kind of went too far ahead. The leash immediately becomes loose again. So just keeping in mind that we don't want to use the leash. We don't want to use the leash to keep him where he should be. Perfect. So we're going to work on this threshold. He is in heel. Oh, we have some people coming out, so we're going to make space. I'm going to switch gears and work on distraction. So we did this on place the other day, and basically what I'm going to do is assume, good, that I'm going to need to do classical conditioning. Hi. Good. He's doing a good job just kind of looking at me. I'm just going to mark that. Good. Perfect. Yeah, thank you. Good. 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 All right. So we're just classically conditioning. Oh, we're going to make space again. Hey, baby. Good boy. And I'm looking to pair the moment he goes, oh. You can kind of see his ears perk up. Good. Good. So he's choosing, he's trying really hard to just stare at me. I can say good. Ultimately, I want to reward him for looking at something distracting and looking away. I like that he's choosing to ignore. It could be like a lot of times when dogs are wanting to be correct, he's like, I think this is what you want. I want to be a good boy. I don't want to make a mistake. He's like, I'm not even going to look at that thing. And that's okay. Because that's a helpful technique as well. But we do want to teach him how to cope with triggers as well. Good. Right there, it was a nice little operant conditioning where he looked and looked at me. I didn't have to produce the behavior. So that's great. Good job, buddy. All right. We could stand here all day. I think there's lots of people out and about. So we're going to work on getting through this threshold and heel, which just means that he needs to stay in the heel position as we go through it. He did perfectly with that. Right here, I'm just going to help him get back into heel because there was something delicious on the floor, it seems. Good. Good. Oh, there we go. So we're going to back up and try that again. Good. He's correct. So he has a nice loose leash. I'm not using the leash to hold him back. Oh no. So the leash is tight until he's correct again. Good, right there. He's correct. There, almost correct. There we go. Good. Heel. Perfect. Whoops. Good. Heel. I'm not eating whatever that is. Good. Heel. Good. There we go. Perfect. Good shake. So I'm just going to take a lot of times when we, especially at pet store, I'm just going to give him a second to kind of like decompress, see what there is to see. I'm not sure if I actually technically released him, but we'll pretend I did. Nice job, buddy. You ready? Heel. Good. So he's correct. This one's pet stores are fun because they're gonna ultimately want to reach out or lunge to go sniff something, and we want to encourage passive sniffing when we're in a heel. Heel. Good. 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 So passive snipping is just where he stays in heel, and you might see him kind of good. He's still lagging, which is usually the opposite issue that we have. But when a dog's lagging, I just want to make sure he's not going to zoop over behind me. Good. So just to encourage him to kind of keep up with my pace, I'm going to use my good reward marker when he's correct. Sometimes too, when we're like slowing down and looking down at the leash, that can cause the dog to lag. So my body's like kind of turned towards him. If I just kind of put my head up and pick up the pace, he'll naturally pick up the pace as well. We'll lose our cameraman. Good. So I'm doing a little doop doop right here when he was getting a little too far out in front. Good. Little leash information there to get him back on my side. Oh my gosh, good. He saw a distraction. He chose to look at me. Seemed very purposeful. Good boy. Good job. Stay on this side. Good boy. Nice. So we'll probably call that good. He did very, very well. Good.